Rosie,
to see you.
Since yeah, I heard that you were having a Barbara Streisand suck-up day, right? Is
Yeah,
this it?
that's it.
Well, I figured that, because, you know, I did my show last night.
Yeah.
And I knew I was coming on. We were at Radio City.
Uh-huh.
So I stayed up late.
Yeah.
And I made her next album cover.
Out of Meatloaf?
Yes, I think so. Don't you think? Next album cover?
That's really beautiful.
And the thing is that the title of it is Meatloaf Covers Meatloaf.
There you go.
I mean, Barbara Streisand covers Meatloaf.
Is it edible?
Right, let me try that again. Okay, now listen, when I repeat that,
Yeah.
I'm going to repeat that because I blew the joke. I want everybody to really laugh, okay?
Okay, good. They're good at that.
Here we go.
I do it a lot.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so what it is, it's Barbara Streisand covers Meatloaf.
Good. Sit down. Sit down. Is it
Thank you
edible?
very much. I have money for all of you later.
Is it edible meatloaf?
Here, move the cup.
Here.
Here we go. Let's find out. Here you go.
Oh, do I...
Come on, Rosie. Go for it.
Alpo. No, it's good. It's good, actually.
But I'm a vegetarian, so...
You are? Are you a vegetarian?
Yeah.
A guy named Meatloaf is a vegetarian.
Yeah, baby.
How'd you get the name Meatloaf?
You really want to know that?
Swear to God.
You do?
I do.
Why?
Because it's an odd name. I was wondering if...
Well, okay, wait. Why is that odd?
I just can't imagine that your mother was in the delivery room. She looked at you and said, honey, let's call him Meatloaf.
Okay, do you think that Whoopi's mother was in the living room? Let's call her Whoopi.
No, but that's not Whoopi's real name. Her real name's Karen.
Now, how do you know that?
Because I read it.
Okay, how about Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton. That's
Bill's named after the front of a duck.
I guess if you think of it that way.
You know anybody named John? There's
John.
one down the hall.
Bathroom. Interesting.
So,
do you have any siblings?
No.
None? You're an
No.
only child?
I'm an only child. Meat. Let me
Meat.
tell you how. When I was 9 months old, my dad gave me that name.
Meat?
Meat.
Because you love to eat meat?
No.
Because you look like meat?
No.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
All righty, Mr. Man. I'm just going to leave that alone. Thanks for coming.
You wanted to know, you got the answer.
Because I've read a lot of different things about
yes,
it.
you
You like
have.
lie about it in
I
interviews.
do lie about it because you know why? Because I grew up with the same kids my whole life, right?
Yeah.
So everybody called me Meat. Nobody, you'd go to church and you go to church and preacher go, Meat, glad to see you on Sunday morning. You walk in the doctor's office, Meat, doctor's ready to see you. Go to school, the teachers go, Meat, will you sit down? And that happened every day. Will you sit down and be quiet? Stuff like that. So everybody called me Meat.
Yeah.
Later on, when I was about 8 or 9, the Loaf got tagged onto it. So everybody said, hey, Meatloaf, come here, or Meat. And then when I went into theater, right, I got into theater in New York, Clive Barnes, Douglas Watson, you know, the big reviewers. They never call me the actor who calls himself Meatloaf. The lettuce is like stuck between my teeth.
Yeah, hey, this is your water.
It's
I had
okay.
to move it. It's yours.
So anyway, thank you,
I didn't
dear.
drink out of
Thank
it.
you.
You're welcome.
Well, go ahead, drink out of it, and then I'll drink after you. Here we go. You're dribbling.
Sorry, I'm drunk.
Okay. Here's a drink.
So listen, Meatloaf, the thing about it is...
So anyway.
Yeah.
So they call me Mr. Loaf.
Right.
They said Mr. Loaf. They never said... It wasn't until 1977 when Rolling Stone decided that Meatloaf was an unusual name. And the way I figured in rock and roll, everything is permitted.
Yes.
And so when they started that, it pissed me off. So I started making up stories like being raised by wolves, having Volkswagens roll over. The wolf story's really good, but it's long and drawn out. But my favorite one is that I bet Billy Underwood, whose father owned Underwood's Deviled Ham.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Right, yeah. I don't know if it does or not. I make up stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, I bet Billy Underwood, I needed $100 to go into a poker game. So I bet Billy Underwood, because he was loaded, that I would let the front wheel of a Volkswagen roll over my head. So that was the story that really stuck.
Got
And none of it's true.
But thanks for sharing anyway.
That's okay. But the real story is my dad called me Meat because.
All righty, thanks for that. Now, welcome to the Neighborhood is the CD. You performed last night at Radio City.
I did, and we're performing
tonight as well?
No, tomorrow night and Friday night. Just so, I just so happens I have 2 tickets for you for Friday night.
Oh, thank you, Meatloaf. You know, would you like to do a little something now here on our show? Maybe? Because I know you didn't really come prepared to sing, but I thought maybe you'd want to do a little number with me.
Well,
you know, because I got 2 mics just in case you wanted to do. Stop right there! I gotta know right now! Before we go rest of my life. Will you take me away?
Wait a second. Hang on.
Take me away.
Now listen.
Sorry, me.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
But you have to get to that point in the song.
Yeah.
You see?
But if we started at the beginning...
No, we're not going to start at the beginning.
Where'd you want to start?
We just start at the part right before that. You
Which
see?
is?
This part. And then we go like this. All right, come on, guys. There you go. Now she's got to push me away. You ready?
Go.
Stop right there! I gotta know right now! That's all I know is where do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me away? Do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you ever leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me away? Do you love me? Will you love me forever?
Is that right? Meat, come on, you have the would you sleep on it part. Come on, Meat. Just
All right,
would
let
you
me help her out here.
Will you
Let's do it
sleep
again.
on
We'll
it?
just, you just go. We're gonna stop
hurry up,
right
we
there.
gotta go to commercial.
Here we go. What commercial? Why does
Like,
people
'cause me, I don't
Going,
know.
stop right there. Ready?
Go.
Go.
Stop right there. I gotta know right now.
Go.
Do you love me? Will you love me forever? Will you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me away? Will you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me away?
I gotta know right now. Before we go any further, do you love me?
Will you love me forever? Take it.
Our next guest did a great job as the evil sheriff in Crazy in Alabama, but I'll always remember him when he French kissed me, so just in case, I got the banana blast. Please welcome the one and only Meatloaf.
She just tried to French kiss me.
How are you, Me?
I brought you some more kisses.
Oh, honey, that's so sweet of you. I thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do you remember our French kiss?
I don't.
You don't? You honestly don't?
Listen, you have to understand.
Yeah.
I had done Radio City the night before.
Yeah.
And then I had gone to the Hard Rock, not the Hard Rock, to Harley Davidson Cafe for a charity event.
Right.
I didn't go to sleep till like 5 o'clock in the morning. We got up early to come on your show, and you've been saying, you went on Regis and Kathy Lee and said, they said, what's your worst experience ever on television? You went, Meatloaf tried to French kiss me.
Now, listen, it's not that I wouldn't enjoy a French kiss from you, but I was not prepared. Had I
understand.
known that you were going to possibly French kiss
Then
me,
you
I
could have had the banaka.
Of
You were
course,
right.
but it was just we were singing a song and all of a sudden, whoa, you know.
But my mother-in-law
Yeah.
watches 2 television shows.
Yeah.
Yours and the 700 Club, right?
Got you? Yes.
And you mention that a lot on the show.
Yeah.
And every time you mention it, she calls me up and goes, she did it again. She's talking about when you French kiss. But now you got to keep talking about it, so she'll keep watching
She'll
the
keep
show.
watching.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Her name is Virginia.
Virginia? He's a good kisser. Okay, I'll stop saying it. I didn't mean it.
No. You know I was voted best kisser in the 7th grade.
I did hear that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And obviously you got to keep in practice somewhere.
And you know,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, you and my wife.
There you go. Good twosome. Now, let me tell you, I thought that you were great in this movie, and I didn't realize it was you for the first little bit of it.
Thank you very much. Well, that's because I have a great director down there.
Yeah. You've been doing a lot of movies lately, getting a lot of roles. When you were singing, did you always have this desire to...
Well, you know, I did theater in New York for 7 years before, because they used to say to me when I was doing theater, you're an actor. Actors don't make rock records. You're like Ethel Merman.
You're like Robert Goulet, and it really made me mad when they mentioned Robert. Not, you know, Ethel was okay because I can relate to Ethel.
Sure.
And then what happens is when you get, you sell a lot of records, people go, oh, isn't that nice? It's another rock and roll guy wanting to act, you know. And so that's what Antonio thought. Antonio, I've read interviews with Antonio. Antonio thought I was coming in eating beer cans with long hair. And, you know.
Exactly. Steven,
You know, I'd come up the stairs on my motorcycle going, okay, Antonio, I'm here. Come on, you want to fight? Come on.
Yeah.
You know, so
But you've been getting great roles lately, although I didn't love the movie. You were very good in Fight Club. You were very good. Acting-wise. You know, the acting was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and you're very good in this as well.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, you play a sheriff who's sort of mean, but sort of has a nice underside.
Well, I really played him because I said everybody and their mother's dog has played a redneck Southern sheriff. So I really wanted to, I had to go somewhere other than cliche. So what I played him as really was a politician.
Right.
Somebody who was an elected official who didn't necessarily agree with everything that was going on around him, but had to pretend and play that he did.
Right.
And so that's kind of where we went, because Mark Childress, the writer, came up to me after a few scenes that we had shot, and he said, how are you doing this? How are you giving him this? He said, I see it in your eyes. And I said, it's my secret, but I let it out. That's
well, it
what
definitely works, I can tell you that. This is a clip. Take a look at Meatloaf in Crazy in Alabama, which is a wonderful, wonderful movie. Take a look.
I know about you. I saw what you did.
What did I do?
You killed Taylor Jackson. You pulled him off that fence. And you meant to do it.
Who else you tell that to?
Nobody. Not yet. But you better leave her alone, or I'm telling.
Well, you just go on and tell Junior, boy. And then you tell Dove that I got eyes and ears in this town, and I know all about his little flirtation with the Justice Department. But I ain't scared.
Ooh, you're bad in it. You're mean, you're